It rained really hard the other day. And then I drove my truck over that control point right there. Not good. Looks like the county's fixing all the dirt that got washed out in the last storm. There's kind of like a Grand Canyon in front of the house. Housekeeping! Hello! There's nobody here. We had guests this weekend, so today is cleanup day. Leave it pretty clean. Every time we come back, the dishes are done. Yesterday, you could smell that they cooked breakfast. I'm not big on other people's smells. Like, you come into your house and you have to smell their food and stuff. It's weird to me. You always gotta look in the fridge, see if they left you any food. Oh, look, they did the dishes, they clean up. They usually clean up fairly good after themselves. Usually it's just you gotta do some dusting and kind of disinfect everything. I always clean the showers, always clean the toilets real good. Laundry, sheets, towels, all that stuff. That's the stuff that needs done. We already threw in a load of laundry yesterday, so. Housekeeping! I'm trying a different camera today. We're gonna do a tour while I'm cleaning the house. So I don't know if in the last one we saw all of this shelf. I'm not sure if it was up there or not. I already showed you all the brick, all that stuff. The table here, it's really hard to show how big this table is. It's really big. Let me just show you how big this table is. It's a good table. It's a really good table. Uh-oh. This is a couch that Amy picked out. It kind of reminds me of something. I've seen the couch like this before. I know what it reminds me of. So we got this chair. A friend of ours gave it to us. It hangs from that beam up there. But people like unique stuff like that, so the real reason we put it here was not because it was free or whatever, or because it's comfortable. If you have kids, like I do, you know, they gotta have something to fight about, right? Pretend you're sleeping, you know, totally relaxing. Got your feet up on the poof, that's called a poof. Got your feet up on the poof, got your eyes closed, been a long day of riding, been a long day out on the river, AC's blowing, you get the picture. And you forgot you have children. And little Johnny is sitting over here wanting to sit in your chair. And Johnny's like, get out of my chair, it's my turn, Mom! I mean, if you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't have kids, there's a nice relaxing chair that you could sleep in, hanging from the beam. And then we got these chairs, and this chair, it's kind of a weird color, it's pink, but I mean, Amy thinks it's cool. We got some patio furniture. I don't know if the fence was here last time. Barbecue, these doors open up like, when the weather's nice like this, there's no reason not to have these doors open up like that. We do have this little area over here. We put this thing called the love sack. It's like a giant beanbag. It's really pretty awesome. And after a long night of maybe hanging out with your friends around this giant table, and maybe you've had 5 or 10 too many White Claws and you can't make it upstairs, the love sack's awesome. Some cool hangy things here too. You can always give them one of these. So, who knows what people do here? I mean, every time we come here, I turn on the TVs, which remind me to turn on the TVs so we could see what they were watching. One time, well, the last time I cleaned the house, I turned on Netflix while I was making the bed upstairs, and porn came on. I wasn't really sure that you could see porn on Netflix, but I mean, if they don't classify it as porn, it showed everything. And by everything, I mean like the money shot. The cable guy told me that one time. He was talking about porn and he told me the money shot. I think that's when the guy's finished. But they showed that on Netflix, which is really weird because I didn't know you could see that on Netflix. But anyways, if I was having a rough night, the love sack is probably as far as I would make it because it's pretty dang comfortable. So in the bathrooms, not much has changed. Put a curtain rod up, put the towel rack up, and then I put some towel racks over here. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Excuse me for a minute. So yeah, not much has changed in the bathroom. So what I like to do when I'm cleaning the bathroom, I like to take the half-used toilet paper roll and I'll put it in the bucket for a spare. It just looks better. It looks cleaner if it's a new roll. You know what I mean? That's it for the bathroom. I got the floor all clean. It smells good. The main thing is it's got to smell good. It's got to smell like cleaners. You know what I mean? Oh, did you meet Annabelle? That's Annabelle. She's a donkey in Oatman. And the last people that stayed here actually came here to go to Oatman and play with the burros. When we built this place, we did that wall on purpose just for something like that. Our favorite photographer, Two Mermaids Photography, just happened to post that picture on her social media one day when we were looking for something to cover that wall. And Amy said, that's the thing that has to be on the wall. And so we got that printed out. So I never knew that the burros in Oatman had names, but apparently they all do. And the first time I found out about the burros having names was a buddy of mine was doing a job up in Oatman, working up there, and he was pulling an excavator or maybe a bobcat or something, some type of equipment on a trailer, and one of the burros jumped up on the road in front of him and he ran it over and it died, and that was Leroy. So that was the first time I knew that they had names. Now, there's an orphan burro named Walter, and he has his own Facebook page. Like, his mom abandoned him when he was a baby. He's still a baby. He's only like 3 months old. His mom abandoned him, and this couple adopted him, and they are raising it with their German Shepherds, and it's really cool. You can follow that on Facebook. It's called Walter the Orphan from Oatman, I believe is the name of the Facebook page. Walter's pretty cool. He's kind of like a local celebrity now, and I think this weekend they were at Home Depot with Walter, so they're doing meet and greets with Walter now. So that's Annabelle. Annabelle had a baby right after Walter was born, I believe. So in this picture, I think Annabelle was actually pregnant. Oatman's kind of a cool little ghost town on Route 66. There's a little bar up there and a little hotel that serves ice cream and food, and you can off-road there from here. So when you live here, you kind of forget about all those fun things because they're normal to us, but they're not normal to normal people like you. Our guests this last weekend were the first ones to use the kayaks in the garage, and they loved it. Kayaking on the Colorado River is kind of great. The Colorado River is great. Glad that they got to use those kayaks, actually. We're really happy about that because they've been sitting in my garage for years and I haven't been using them, as you can tell from my photo session on the couch. That's the other thing. We have rented this place a few times now for photo sessions, and we had a guy reach out to do a rap video, which we're not sure about that because I've seen rap videos before and I'm just not sure that that's the right fit for our house. I know I'm starting to sound old, but I'm not sure about the... Oh, and we got a couple of, I believe there's 3 articles about our kitchen in magazines now, like online magazines. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's working out pretty good. It'll probably be busier in the summer because I think we get a lot more visitors in the summer, which is kind of crazy because we have some of the best off-roading there is in the United States, probably. I got something to show you. I was giving Amy a hard time because she bought these luggage racks for the closets. Apparently they're to hold your suitcase, which makes sense. That thing there, see how the feet are? She built it right. I was giving her a hard time because she lost some little rubber bushings that go right there, and then the feet that screw on right there, she lost them. And she put that one together and I had to just finish it up for her. So I was giving her a hard time about that. And then I put all mine together and I wasn't paying attention because I'm a dummy. Well, I'll just show you. See how the feet are on mine? See that? They're wrong. I mean, they work, and I put the little ends in, as you can see. How dumb could I be? You see that? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I put them all together and I'm like, hey, there's something wrong here, idiot. I guess, I mean, you can't win them all. I guess the lesson to be learned is don't give people a hard time about stuff like, keep your mouth shut. Anyways, I guess back to the tour. Got some vintage furniture, a chair that's just blankets right now, but I'm still in the process of making the bed. Making beds is hard. Try to make it right for guests, and Amy's picky. She doesn't like the way I make the beds. It's hard. These beds, I don't know where the bed frame came from, but the mattresses are from Amazon and they're like $240 and they're amazing. I'll put a link below. I'm gonna buy more for the motorhome because these things are great. But anyways, that's it for the bedrooms. There's a chair. And then that out there. So this camera's a little bit better than the original camera. And it'll zoom in a little bit better. So those are the mountains that I was talking about before. And there's the runway for the airport. So far we've been really lucky. All of our guests have been really clean people and really friendly. They always leave good reviews and are not very needy. I'm always afraid that, you know, people are going to be needy and then I'm going to be, you know, having to cater to these people. But there's one thing that all these people have in common. I think every one of the women that has stayed here is somehow maybe a distant cousin or relative of Chewbacca, because there's hair everywhere all the time. I don't know how people could shed that much. So now I'm cleaning the bathrooms and I'm kind of bored, so I think it's a good time to do a little Q&A. I get a lot of questions. I have a lot of subscribers, get a lot of questions. Kim from Nebraska writes, what's your biggest fear when cleaning the house? Kim, thanks for the question. My biggest fear when cleaning the house is coming into a bathroom like this one and opening the toilet and not seeing it spotless like that. What if your guest had really bad bommies? I'm saying maybe they went out to Mexican food and they didn't find Correa's, which is the good Mexican food, and instead they found the place at the end of Joy Lane. I'm just not sure that my stomach's gonna be able to handle that. I'm sure it's gonna happen sooner or later, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle it. That may be when it's time for me to hang up the cleaning gig, worry more about the building and designing gig. That whole bit about a lot of subscribers and Q&A, it was a lie. I don't have very many subscribers. I think we have 51. So that was fake. I'm gonna keep cleaning. Through the magic of time, the house is clean. Huh? Look at that. Another bed made. No springers. Not bad for an old welder turned innkeeper, huh? I wish there was a faster way down those stairs. Well, maybe. Hold on a minute. Maybe, just maybe, ready? Woo!